as per sources to NewsX, in a latest update in the Anna University sexual assault case, NCW finds fault lines in the inquiry. Recommendations of the fact-finding committee include the fact that action should be taken against the police officer and the media person for publishing the identity of the victim girl in the media. State authorities to ensure payment of compensation amounting to rupees 25 lakh. The roles of investigation officer and SHO should be investigated for misleading the victim of sexual assault to file a complaint under POSH Act. Details of the previous case registered against the accused must be provided to the commission at the earliest. Accused should be immediately transferred to jail custody in place of keeping him in jail. Again, Pelly, details that are coming in at this point of time as far as the fault lines over here are concerned. Many details surfacing as we speak. Of course, the fact that there was a bit of apathy there by the police is what we're understanding through our sources. Can you take us to the details, please? Belly, if you can hear me.
Hello, can you hear me?
All right, stay on with us. Joining us at this point of time is Mr. Tom Varakkan. So thank you so much for joining us on NewsX. Now again, lots of details that are emerging as per our sources that the accused in the Anna University sexual assault case, one tried to assault the victim's roommate as well. They're also talking about how there was apathy from the police over here. How do you view the developments that are coming in, sir?
Well, the overall law and order situation in Tamil Nadu is under a huge question mark. The issue here is very clearly they have a party cadre person who is involved in this, and there's a huge cover-up operation happening from the top to protect him. So all rules and regulations have been under the carpet to ensure that this culprit is protected. So all this exercise that is happening is essentially towards that direction. So it is a matter where the Women's Commission must summon the police officials to send out a message very categorically that this kind of behavior with women and leaking out their names, this I think is something that even the layman knows, that you cannot leak out the victim's name. And they've gone about doing it, trying to insult, humiliate the victim. And to top it all, her roommates are now being attacked. So I think this is a serious matter, and cognizance must be taken on this by the Women's Commission, which is a quasi-judicial body which can summon the police officials to Delhi and ask them for explanation on this issue.
Right, so absolutely. As per our sources, we're also given to understand that the victim did not want to undergo medical examination at the first instance. And she was scared, of course, because a very jolting situation has occurred where, of course, this 19-year-old victim had to face a lot. We're also getting to know that in fact, the investigation, they did not tell her about the importance of taking that examination on that specific day. There was no explanation or sort of instructions that were given to the girl. Were also given to understand that the victim had called 181 after the incident. However, the police arrived 4 hours later. How do you then view these shocking developments that are coming in? And if these facts were to be true, or if these sources were to be true, what should then be done?
It should go from Delhi, from the Women's Commission, and these senior police officials must be summoned, and they should be categorically told that they do not act according to the law of the land. The action will be taken and nobody will be spared. It is the only way that you need to read the Riot Act to ensure that there is some justice, because with the present government, I still suspect that they will do everything possible for a cover-up. Because what you say that 4 hours delay, and the victim has been told that about the test and all, is clear indication that she may not be familiar with the processes. So the police officer, it was the police officer's duty to tell her the pros and cons of these tests to establish evidence. That has not been done, and clearly the victim is not expected to know all this. So there is an attempt to ensure that this is diluted, and that's exactly what is happening.
Right, so absolutely more. In fact, our sources are telling us at this point of time that victim was forced to give an exam on the very next day of the incident by college administration, thereby depicting the insensitivity of the administration towards the crime against women. There was no, in fact, support that was given to her is what we are understanding at this point of time. Sir, you know, when someone goes through a harrowing experience like so, where they're threatened, they are sexually assaulted, and this kind of behavior on top of that the victim was as per sources forced to give an examination. What is it that the officials should have done in that moment, whether that's giving psychological counseling support to the victim, or what should have been the immediate plan of action over there?
This matter should have been taken by women police officers very clearly. And there should be counseling involved, because these are all situations which are absolutely disturbing to any victim. So under that condition, the person is under stress and would need counseling. And if all that is not done, despite the law of the land, then there's something very serious that needs to be investigated.
Right, sir, absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on NewsX, taking out your valuable time, sir. My colleague Belly is also with us in the broadcast. Belly, many lapses they're being reported as per sources, whether it's on the victim who could go, who was, of course, has had a very bad experience with all of this, no support given to her. Apathy is perhaps the word that I can use over here, an insensitive manner of conducting the investigation, and no support to the victim, number one, and number two, the fact that the accused could go in and out of the college premises and no one noticed it.
Savari, it is a very saddening state of affairs. What the saddening state of affairs that comes to forth in the form of findings of the NCW on the Anna University administration. What they allege is what even the court proceedings after the examinations, that the High Court had ordered rupees 25 lakhs to be paid up to the victim, and it has to come out from the NCW again to ensure that this particular compensatory amount has to has had reached the victim or not. On top of that, the action against the police officer and the media person who leaked their identity in public, and also an investigation against the station house officer for forcing the victim to file a POSH case, which is prevention of a harassment case, that is sexual harassment at workplace case, instead of an actual sexual assault case that happened within the university premises. So all these considered, the NCW have come up with proper pulling up of this administrative officials at the university who have to be culpable again for this particular crime, Asavari.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.